everyone, thank you for calling the Auto Glass Helpline. Today we are going to do a full replacement. So notice to all the guys that like the short form stuff, this is going to be a long one. We are doing a full replacement on this 2022 Ford Exploder. The only thing I have skipped is cleaning off the tape and stickers on my windshield. I have not yet prepped the backside, so you'll get to see that. First things first, we are going to put on our iron hide. So we're going to grab our seat covers and our dash cover and put these in place. Set our dash cover up there, unroll our seat covers, and put these guys on. Put that in the back seat. Seat covers on. Jump in here and put our dash cover on. While we are in here, in the interest of efficiency, we're going to pull our shroud cover and our mirror. So we're gonna loosen this right now. We can't get it off because you can see it's way too close to that shroud. We're gonna reach up here, give this a little tug, and pop this loose all the way around like so. This one does not have a rain sensor, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have our little condensate sensor here though. So we'll pop that loose, unplug our camera defroster there, pop this guy out, and unplug the mirror. You can slide the mirror off there, put it in our cup holder, and we're going to reach up inside here, pop our mirror loose, and these are pretty lightweight, so we're just going to let that dangle like so. Get that up and out of the way, and jump out here, and we won't put that up yet because that one has a prop. Grab our fender covers, and unfold that one, close our door, wrap our mirror here, and pull that tight. Gonna come around here, unfold that. We'll lift our hood up so we can get that up and underneath. Grab our other end here, and pull this one tight as well, like so. Now we can come over here, straighten this out, pull our hood prop up here. Hood props are always going to be a pain. It's not going to matter what you do to try to make these easier. They're always going to get in the way. So we'll do our best there. We can draw this one a little bit tighter here. That, give that a little fold so we stay underneath the hood, and around, and pull this a little tighter so we come up over the edge there. And we can leave this up because we're going to take all of that apart here in a minute. My engine cover is MIA. I do not know what happened to it. I'm gonna have to call Damon and see if he can make me another one. So then let's see, our hood cover is right here, but we don't put our hood cover on until we are ready to remove the windshield. So next step, we're gonna put our Pro 6 in place and our cups. First cup at the bottom near the frit, second cup a comfortable distance away. Lock these down, Listen to the loud jet go by. And then I need to find my other cup here because this one is still in the testing phase, so you guys can't see that one yet. I'm gonna come over here, listen to the loud truck go by, and then this one is a little bit tall, so we're gonna actually use the top of our frit band here as our reference mark. So we're gonna take the top of our hook, put it at the top of our frit band, or the bottom of our frit band there. This goes in the same way. Gonna line up this screw at the top of your pillar, the top of the bar here, right about at this mark there, and anchor that down. You want your bar here to be level or tipped slightly up when you anchor that. You come over here and do the same thing, right about the frit band, thumb at the base of the bar, another loud plane going by. Anchor that cup and pull this out. Hang that over there, and we're gonna give this a flip. So get rid of this foam. That out of the way. Grab our glass cleaner and a scrubby. I use the red Scotch-Brite. You can use the melamine pads, whatever you prefer, as long as it is approved by your urethane manufacturer. And we're going to give this a scrub to get rid of any of our contaminants. All the way around here. It's a little fold so we can get past our little decking guides there. So, give this a quick wipe and clean the inside. Make sure we got all of our stuff off of there. Not too worried about up here because this is not our bonding area. This is down here. I want to make sure your bonding area is clean. Clean the rest of the inside of our glass here. Give it a quick look. That is not clean. That's why we check kind of in the sun or the light if you're working in a shop. Make sure you got all the crap off the inside, because cleaning these things on the inside once you got them in is definitely harder than when it's sitting out here. Alright, looking good. On to the next step. Set that aside. Grab us a primer stick here, since we are still using Express 30 and not the Ace quite yet. primer all the way around. Doing 2 laps as per manufacturer's instructions. You can see this is flashing off pretty quick. And even though it flashes off that quick, you still want to make sure you wait your 2 minutes, which we will be well outside of that, because now we're going to take apart all of that. Or a ratchet and 15. That should be all we need. Gonna grab one of these. These are a new little thing coming from Ironhide. A little pocket here. You can put everything in if you don't have an apron, or if you don't use an apron. You can stick that right there, or down here, or wherever you feel comfortable. We're gonna use that for our nuts and our wiper covers and all of our little keepers for our stuffs. Turn this off. Pull that one, and pull that one, and you know what, we can put that guy right in there too, so we don't lose it. These wipers, just a little bit of pressure and they pop loose. Pretty easy. Reach across here, give it a little tug. You're loose. Come on, there we go. Then take all of these guys out. You'll notice when you loosen this up, if you try to pull this out from the top, it's hard to pull. But if you slide your little TRT tool underneath here, get a little twist. The reason being is when you pull this from the top, it spreads out these little tabs and does not allow it to be removed. So give that a little lift. Got one that's always hiding right there in the middle that even I forget sometimes. Pop that one out. Pop that one off. And that one. That one. That one. Slide these off. What's up?
How's Dave Couple still doing?
Recording.
Hey, how you doing? YouTube family?
Hi, Frosty. Hi, Frosty. Hi, Coco. Say hi to the puppies. Nah, I'll leave it there. And we're gonna grab our second pocket here. And we'll put all this stuff on this side. Make us a little bit easier. Take our tool, slide that in there to pop this loose. Then put one blade in there and just run it right along the glass like this. Pop that loose. Lift that one out. Then we'll do the same thing over here. And slide that in there, pop that loose, and just run that blade right along the bottom there. Pop that one out. Set this one aside over here. Actually, we're going to set this right under here, so if they leave, they don't run over my cowling. Pull that out, lock it down, and we are ready to cut out a windshield. Grab us some gloves. And we're going to be cutting out today with our Orange Bat QC for guards, and we're going to be using a different drag today. This one is not our usual drag. This is another version that WRD has. This one is a little more passive, I guess you can say, than active. The other one would be more active because you got your hand on it. This one frees up your hand to do other things if you need it to, like hold the line, keep your line from getting snagged on a pillar cover, or such. Turn that on. We'll set him right under there. Put our drag right there. Grab our threading tool. We're going to give this a little bend down so we get underneath that retainer. And we're going to go right over our VIN plate, and we're going to push on this so it gets down closer to the pinch weld when you're pushing this through. That way you slide right underneath it like so. Drag that back. This one's got a rolled firewall or rolled pinch weld, so we don't have to worry about getting hung up and cutting our pinch weld. Get that one back and slide this around, come underneath our retainer, up and around. Across the top, under our glass, instead of between the panes, like that. Pull up our slack and cut out a windshield. I'm going to grab our drag. This one's going to go right there, and we're going to loosen this up a little bit at first. We don't want this tight yet. And this one also works more like your typical fishing drag. So when you're using it, it's going to act, you're going to tighten it and loosen it to what you want it to be. So unlike the other one where you're actually using your hand to actively change the tension. And we broke our line. Of course we did. It's going to be one of those Fridays. So take our drag out and come over here where our line snapped over to. I'm going to draw some of this line out. Get back underneath there. Throw that across. And then come back across the top, under our glass here. And we got enough of that corner cut. I'm going to tie our line off here. We're just going to take this and let it hang, and take this, and we're going to tie a knot right around that one, like so. I'm going to tie a second knot, like so. And then we're going to take this one and then tie it around this leg. So, like so. And another one, like so. And what we got hung up on up here. Above our pin there. Let's see. Oops. First thing you want to do is pull those two knots together so they're anchored against each other. Get a good bite. There we go. And then come back over here and pull across the bottom. Now we're getting a spin. So actually we'll just switch sides here first. I hate it when I break new line. It always sucks. I'm gonna pull this across and let that draw down tight. Gonna go above all of our wires here, make sure we're above everything. We're gonna use the corner of this mounting bracket to hold our line up tight up there. Grab our guards, let's move our guards over. Like so. Then, I know we usually pull the top, but I don't have very much line on here, so I'm pulling the bottom first and watching to make sure I don't do anything damaging up here. We take our drag, throw that in there, give that a little tightening, and that in there. What do you want to bet it's spam? Suspected spam. Go away. Okay, and we'll go ahead and keep cutting up the side here. We're going to watch that leg, see if it moves. We're just going to pull right up to this pin, and we'll stop right there. And take our drag, put it on this side, and since we're only pulling to the pin, we're going to move our bat down here like so, so we can pull right up to that. Draw that down, and then finish our top cut up here. Even though we are above our wires, we're still going to watch all of our wires to make sure we don't get hung up on them. If you see them start to pull, make sure you stop so you don't damage anything. So here we go, here's the drag. You can see it spinning, so we'll give that a little spin to tighten it. A little more. And we're through. Just like so. Pull that, pull our guards. Restring this later. Set that in there. Now we'll grab our hood cover and we'll throw our hood cover on. Flip and flip. So, you can even use your magnet here right over the top of that to hold that in place. We'll leave that just like that, and then we'll lift out our glass. Grab us some trimming tools, our glass cleaner, and a rag. Right. That, unfold our tool caddy, get our stuff ready, and we're going to clean our pinch weld before we trim. Because even though it is an approved cleaner, it is still a contaminant that you don't want to get on your fresh glue line. So we'll wipe this all down first, then we'll give us a trim. Stop right there. Let's grab a narrower blade. Don't want to cut that rubber fin on the side of that molding. Using our WRD scrapers and our Stingray blades. You can swap them out for the other blades. I just don't, because It's a pain to have to keep swapping blades, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good. A quick clean. Wipe all this down. Finish our trim here. A little bit of urethane up on the molding on that one. Actually, let's go down here to the bottom first. Finish this, and then we'll get out of this door. That. Put that one away. Get out of the door there. We'll finish our trim here from the ground. So, tuck that away. That. And grab a dauber and our primer. I know, you don't have to shake it. Force a habit from the Sika days at Safelite. So, get this little spot here where our seam sealer was at. And a couple little scratches down here from my blade. My blade's got a burr in it, it looks like. I'll go ahead and put a little right there. Top looks good. Little spot right there. And put some right here in the middle since we don't overlap like this. And a little guy there. There. Little spot there. And I think we are good. Let that sit for a couple of minutes, and while we wait for that to set, I'm going to clean the rest of the windows on our vehicle. Instead of just standing around waiting for it to go, we'll go ahead and clean all of these. It's like these guys park next to their sprinklers, all the hard water on this windows. Hot black glass is always fun to clean. Stuff evaporates so fast. Looks like this can is done. Time for a new can of Sprayway. So that can go away, that can go away. Going to grab our Maritool Power Push 6000. I've already got a good tube in here. Just going to blow the end out a little bit to get that dried stuff gone. And shoot some glue on our glass. Close off our seam, like so. Clean off the end before we put that back. And we do not need tape because we have our OEM alignment pins here. Double check our cups, make sure our cups are all good and tight before we lift the glass. Put our setting bar back in here and set a piece of glass. Make sure we get under the hood, not on our cover. Make sure we're all lined up. Drop that pin in. Drop this side down. And give this a little tug over here. Make sure we hit our glue line. Drop that side in. Deck our bottom and pop these off and hang them up. Give this a little tug back over. Make sure we're centered. Deck your glass all the way around. We're already in this door, so we're just going to drop inside here and put everything back together while we're right here. Snap our camera in, push that back in place, plug our defroster cable back in, get our condensate sensor put back in place. So that little guy right there grabs that little piece of the up there. That gets held up here. Where are you? There you are. So we're gonna slide that guy right on there and then pull the wire up so it doesn't show. Put our mirror back on and then plug our mirror in. Make sure our mirror wire is held up right there in that little clip. Grab our shroud that fell into the back seat because I hit it with my elbow. Again, there is no rain sensor on this, so there's no rain sensor to put back. Snap that back in place. Tighten down our mirror like so. Grab our seat cover and our seat cover. Usually do this later, but I'm going to go ahead and roll these up right now. Push all the air out of these. I'll roll that up. Our dash cover folded up here. Inside is done. Grab our cups. Cups go back. Seat covers go back. And we are done with our hood cover, so fold this up. Now that we've set our glass, we don't have to worry about dropping it on our hood. That. Give that a fold, and a fold, and a fold, like so. Now we can put back together everything underneath. Sorry, you guys got it off angle. I'm gonna have to watch this video to make sure everything is straight. This one goes on second. This side goes on first. And it apparently is loud truck day today over here. So get our cowling in place here. Pull this up and over that, and then snap in our rib. What is holding you up? There we go. And get that pin in that little gap. That. While we're standing here, we can grab a couple of our little cowling pins. Drop these in place. Come over here, grab the other side of our cowling, make sure we're over the top of that. This all lined up as it should be. And snap your rib into the retainer. And grab all of our bits and bobs out of our bag there. Bag of tricks, I guess you could say. And drop these pins back in place. So those are all in. Stick that right there for now. And that, grab our wipers. Get our wipers put back on here. Check our alignment over there. Make sure we're in the right spot. Tighten this one down. Cover that. Get this pin put in the middle there. This one's got a pretty bent up barb there. Straighten that out as much as we can. There we go. Another wiper nut on and tighten this down. Make sure we watch our placement, that our wiper doesn't move too far. Cover that. That. Grab our other little bag of tricks. And again, we'll throw that up there and get it in a minute. Going to unsnap this for a sec. What we're going to do is we're going to put this on the other side of that, like so. And we'll clip that back in place. And let's take off our iron hides. Pull our buckle around here, loosen that up and take it off. Keep our strap on the inside there. So, pin that between you and the body of the vehicle. And we'll loosen this strap up.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is this my truck right there? I don't know if I'm in the wrong spot. It's not in front of your door, it's to the left of your side. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you should be alright, as long as you're not in front of the big door.
Okay, I'm like in front of
The little door?
fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Then fold that all up, tuck in our straps, and put that there. And that is changing the windshield on a 2022 Ford Exploder.